EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Always nice to be in New England at this time of year at the TPC Boston in Massachusetts. We're about 25 miles south of Beantown, and this is a really good-looking golf course, Frank.
It is. It looks much older than what it is. It was first established just at the start of the new millennium, originally designed by Arnold Palmer. But it got that older look from Gil Hanse and Brad Faxon. But also, too, you know, if you're racking up a few points out there, or score, should I say, remember Gillette Stadium, home of the Patriots, just down the road.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Well, that one is deep. Every bit of that ball. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
This one just requires a little bit of focus. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Let's go down to the 11th. Frank, nothing spectacular to this point in the first round. What does the player need to do just to kind of generate some momentum?
I actually think they're playing it right, Rich. It's just, you compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just sort of almost like a holding pattern. But it's time to change that.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. That was not a very good read right there. Just 5 feet left. Frank, that is nothing more than a punch to the gut.
Oh, it's cruel, Rich. Good putt and deserves so much more. Another shot added, though.
And he takes the wind right out of your sails. Putt drops, now at 1 over par. Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
Well, hit 2 of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of sixes here over the years.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer. When you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that, boy, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. Looks good. Chance to make a birdie.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Trying to put this hole behind him quickly. Double bogey putt. Take no pleasure in saying it, but it's a fact. It's a double bogey. On the tee now at another par 4, the 13th. Frank, how do you play it?
Well, it looks like it's a dogleg right, but ideally you want to keep that tee shot down the left, and you don't want to leave any of it behind.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. It's no snack, though.
Just has the feel today. Frank, at the 14th down, anytime you get a par 4 that is almost 500 yards, it gets your attention.
It does play downhill, though, so you don't have to smash away here. It's better if you can get something moving a little right to left. Then it will take the natural slope. You get a little more yardage out of it that way. Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards. Another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Pure strike, good result.
All right, and that is close.
Now a 7-footer. Frank starting to make the move.
Leaderboard very volatile at the moment, so a lot of move in that middle piece of the leaderboard. Top 20 so far.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship. All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
Only 100 yards to the hole, but he'll have to factor the wind coming from behind.
Even par currently.
Frank, we haven't seen a whole lot of that, but no doubt it feels good. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green, and it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course. Should be safely on deck.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Well, for such a strong man, weak putt.
Now I'll have to make this just to avoid making Michael Bublé. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing the lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into two sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Oh, looked like you caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Shouldn't be a problem here. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a little tap in here. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that putt bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilised that little bit between the ears. Realised he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Very well done, almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Par bid here. Has his par. That concludes the second round here at this amazing golf course. And Frank, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
I certainly am as well. The players have gotten off to a very good start, and they must have a good feel for the course right now and know what they have to do in order to win.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. Frank, the best in the game, they like to see a par 5 early. What's the second hole all about?
A couple of bunkers down the right side. This hole was renovated back in 2010. They sort of changed the mounding on the green, took a bunker away on the left, and now that second shot is daunting even for the best players.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle.
Second shot.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
He'll need to be strong with this. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Frank, you've talked about this sort of New England feel they gave this golf course when they remodeled it. This is a pretty good example here at the third hole.
Yeah, that stone wall behind just sort of makes the golf course look like it's been there forever. They have tweaked the green a little bit on that left side, created a little bit of a ridge. You can sort of play the ball off that if you know where you're going.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Well, that wasn't a gimme, but it sure made it look easy. All right, Frank, chance to flex the muscles now. Drivable par 4.
Yeah, only 287 yards to that front right of the green, just under 300 yards all up. Really, if you can't drive the ball on the green, the front bunker's not bad, or just over the back on the right, but well worth a go. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
And he's made it onto the green now. He's made it. Back on the tee here at the 5th, Frank, this one is not drivable.
Oh, that's for sure. Two bunkers. The one that most of the players really worry about is the one down the left side. 300 yards to carry that.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. Here you go. Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That birdie will help, Frank.
Certainly moving into the top half, that's for sure. And starting to narrow that number down in front.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Boston Championship. Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards, another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Well, Rich, if there's something to be taken out of this tournament, then it's that right there. Eagle. They've been hard to come by.
Maybe you can build on that. Now at the par 4 at 15th, what do you think of this hole, Frank?
I love the strategy involved here. It's not just necessarily a driver off the tee. Smart play often comes on top here because it's a second shot hole.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
This is a good-looking shot. That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Moving on to 16 now. This is one where you sort of lick your chops, Frank, because it's pretty short, 161 yards. Where's the challenge here?
Where the fish go. That big lake on the left, that's the challenge. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck? It's that sneaky distance.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
He needs this for par. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, 412 yards on the card doesn't look like a whole lot, but
You can play a little longer because really you've got to play it down the right. Don't play it as a dogleg. Just go point A and then point B.
paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Down, little Sheba. Down! Playing this par four, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And he's made the green. Clean this up with a tap. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layup, that just makes that decision that much more difficult.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him. Had every chance of going in.
These putts keep the round together. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
So another bogey on the scorecard, and Frank, what happened this week?
I think it's a week to forget, Rich.
Well, that'll wrap up our coverage of the final round. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We'll see